Something you should know.
Time now for Something You Should Know, brought to you by GenesisGoldIRA.com. That is also something you should know, that you can put your retirement plan on the gold standard. Genesis Gold Group is the only IRA backed by physical gold and silver. Learn more now and get a free gold and silver guide at GenesisGoldIRA.com. Excited to visit right now with a very funny comedian from Sioux Falls, South Dakota. Actually from Minnesota, but lives in Sioux Falls now. Nathan Hults, how are you, sir?
I'm so well. So well, they put it together, and I'm just swell.
And that is awesome. And we are so excited because coming up next week, the 16th, you've got a huge event, live and local event at the Washington Pavilion.
Yeah.
And this is, in addition to just an awesome show at the Pavilion, it's also an opportunity for you to record your first special. Is this your first special ever?
Yes, this will be my first recording, professional recording of a stand-up comedy show.
I am so excited for you. I think this is really cool. And let's talk a little bit about live and local, because this is a neat thing that they mentioned it about this time last year. They said, hey, we got this idea. We don't know how it's going to go. Anybody interested in doing this? And they had a lot of people interested. And
4 times their expected amount.
Yeah. And right now, by the way, they're looking for people for next year. So if you're going, hey, I'd like to do this too, you have till the end of this month to get signed up. But you guys, they saved the best for last. You're the final live and local of the first season. And it's you and a few others. So tell me a little bit about the event.
It's Zach Dresch as well, the wonderful, the fantastic, the marvelous of Zach Dresch. And then Joey Columbi, who is a fantastic juggler.
Yeah.
So it's kind of a, if you're looking for a couple things to do on a Thursday night, it's gonna be one heck of an event.
Yeah, it's coming up next Thursday, the 16th, and if you'd like to get tickets, get them soon, because I think it's going to be sold out.
That I hope so.
I think it'll do real well.
WashingtonPavilion.org.
Yeah.
And if you go check for the live and local, and it'll sell Joey Columbi, Zach Dresch, and Nathan Hults.
And it's going to be a really, really good show. Now, you have been doing stand-up comedy how long?
13 years this month.
And where was the very first place you ever did stand-up comedy?
At the theater in Augustana.
Okay.
In front of 320 people.
And were you going to school there at the time?
I was, yep. I studied acting at Augustana, and when I started, I did improv comedy.
Okay.
Right, which is like, whose line is it anyway? Yeah. That kind of stuff, sketches and stuff like that. And then I was a bad student, so I was stuck there for an extra couple of years. And so all my friends that I would make funny with were leaving. I was like, I got to figure out how to do this by myself.
Yeah.
And so I took an independent study for stand-up comedy because I was always interested in it.
Yeah.
There's a picture of me when I was 9. I did a caricature at the Mall of America.
Yeah.
And all I could talk about was becoming a professional rollerblader.
Okay.
And doing stand-up comedy. And so there's a caricature of me at 9 doing stand-up comedy.
On rollerblades?
No, okay. They skipped. I remember leaving the caricature. I was like, I really wanted to be a rollerblader. and my mom was like, you only talked about doing impressions.
Yeah. Were you doing impressions for
I was doing impressions, yeah. I think I had Arnold Schwarzenegger at the time, which is great in a 9-year-old voice.
Oh, yeah, I'll bet.
No. I'll be back.
He's like, sure you will, kid.
I was a soprano at the time.
So I am a huge fan. I'm a big fan of Nate
Of Arnold
Hults.
Schwarzenegger?
Of you, of Nate Hults. No, and here's the thing. We get a chance to work together quite a bit.
Yeah.
So I know him not only as a guy on the stage telling jokes, but I know him as a friend as well. And when you fall in love with him because of his act on stage, and you're just such a genuine guy. He's a very funny guy. Once you get to know him, you realize that's all fake. He's not a nice guy. I'm just kidding.
A complete brick.
No, he's a great guy. You're a great dude. And we've had a chance to spend some time together on the road. Mm-hmm. And again, I've probably spent way more time with him than he would like. So I never stop talking.
I need more John Small. I would like to tell my stories every once in a while.
Yeah. Nate's like, well, it's been a fun 9-hour trip. So can I say something now? But no, Nate is a hilarious dude. And if you don't already have your tickets, I encourage you to get the tickets. And the comedy special, when this is done, do you already know how long will it take to get that finished?
It'll depend on distribution. If So the process, normally what they'll do is somebody will pay you to do one of these.
Yeah.
And so what I'm trying to flip it, I'm trying to do it and then sell it afterwards. And so it may never come out on a publication. I could just self-release it. We don't have any idea. We're going to try to find out, make sure it's everything I want before I start committing to a release schedule. But
there we go.
For sure I will have a stand-up comedy album.
Nice.
So whether the video will be released as a full video special is yet to be seen, but for sure I will have a comedy CD.
And the cool thing is, on the 16th, you get a chance to see him on stage, and I love this style of comedy because you tell stories.
Yeah.
It's not like set up punchline, set up punchline, set up punchline.
There's some of those.
There is, definitely.
Yeah.
But I love like the long form where you've got stories. You literally reel people in, and it gets better and it gets better and it gets better, and it just kind of builds to this crescendo, and then it's like, oh, that was the best. So I'm a big fan, and I'm excited to see you on the 16th. Thank you for joining us in the studio.
Thank
today.
you.
I say us. It's me. I'm here by myself.
Yeah.
So,
hi, Heidi. Thank you so much for being
she's
here.
She's not hanging out. We're going to pretend she's here, but she's not here.
She's over on the mixer. Just, can you speak a little louder, please?
Okay. Yeah. Thank you very much for being here, Nate. No, thank you very much for stopping in. I appreciate it a bunch.
Thank you.
Nathan Hults. If you'd like to get tickets, I've got a link to that, facebook.com/Sioux Falls Comedy. And you go there, you're going to see all the details on this show and other shows in the area. And again, facebook.com/Sioux Falls Comedy. The event is next Thursday, the 16th of May. It's at the Washington Pavilion. All the details one last time, facebook.com/Sioux Falls Comedy.
And something you should know.
Something You Should Know is brought to you by GenesisGoldIRA.com. Put your retirement plan on the gold standard. Get a free gold and silver guide now at GenesisGoldIRA.com.